Should I, a doctor, have become a software engineer instead? A collection of thoughts. Me. 31-year-old male. TC. 70K. Although next year I'll be making $350K, which will be stable for the rest of my career, working about 50 hours a week. It's stressful work, every 10 minutes making a decision about a person that could potentially harm or heal them. I've had a couple of people interested in medical school reach out and want advice, but I feel like I should tell them that software development or business development is a better career to go into. More demand, more opportunity. At 31, I've consistently been in the top 0.01% of my class in college and medical school. For the past 3 years I've worked 60 to 90 hours a week, oftentimes on alternating day and night shifts that fuck up my entire sleep schedule. At the same time, having to make decisions in minutes about what to do to a person that could potentially save their life or kill them. From age 19, starting college, to 31, finishing residency, it has been mentally, physically, and emotionally draining. I would assume that if someone could perform at this same level as a software engineer or in business development, they would be making much more at 31 and have a higher lifetime cap. This could be a grass is always greener on the other side, but I'm interested in hearing the other side's perspective on this. Our top comments. I'm a software engineer and I feel my work isn't that fulfilling. I always think if I was a doctor I would have more sense of purpose. No, in software engineering, you would work just as hard and then get pipped. I sometimes wish I went the doctor route. A lifetime of instant respect from others, truly helping others, and over the long run, especially if you run a practice, your lifetime earnings will exceed software engineers, unless those engineers got lucky with joining the right company at the right time. At least there is no pip, right? If this joke wasn't made already, you'll never ever in your life hear a flight attendant say, "Is there a FANG engineer on the plane?" My wife is a specialist surgeon. We have many friends who are doctors. I have never had a conversation with a doctor that is actually happy that they chose medicine or who recommend to anyone that they become a doctor. On the other hand, I have seen families in tears thanking my wife for saving their child's parents, relatives' life, and read letters from patients to my wife, who are eternally grateful. At the end of the day, I think it depends entirely on how much purpose you get out of being a doctor. Is there an easier path to being wealthy? Definitely. Do careers in business or software give you as much purpose as saving a life? Rarely. By the way, I switched from medicine to engineering in my first week of pre-med because I knew I hated it before I started, and was only doing it because of pressure and expectations. I don't regret the decision one bit. No one knows how long tech salaries will last. Doctors will always be needed. Top 0.01%. There were 10K people in your med school class and you were first. You can always become a computer doctor. Like a guy who carries a bunch of floppies with Norton Disk Doctor or McAfee antivirus and cures people's computers. You're literally saving lives. I write code to optimize mobile advertising revenue via user surveillance. Why do people think being a doctor is fulfilling or a big benefit to society? In America, doctors are basically how the mafia operated years ago. If you don't pay me, you will die. If you pay me to prepare to be in large amounts of debt. The number of doctors in America is artistically capped too. I wouldn't join the medicine industry due to unethical reasons. OP, you are on the right career path. Software is a very toxic field and full of politics. Many times people in IT end up spending more time on politics than real work. Medicine is a noble field. Not only will you be making good money, but helping human beings. I regret becoming a software engineer instead of doctor. From a financial perspective, definitely. From a work perspective, maybe. A lot of software engineer jobs pay great and are pretty chill. So it depends how much you enjoy the medical field. I would just like to thank you for your hard work in the medical field as a doctor. You're a doc, and you have put in over a decade of hard work into it. And as you know, if you specialize in something critical, over 500K is easy, and 7 figures is just about when and not how. Don't get distracted. Well, given you've already put in the time and money into your MD, it's probably best to get that 350K a year. If money is your motivation, you should not have become a doctor. You should have been an engineer or banking if your motivation was money. Like the top 10 heart surgeons make like 2 to 5 mil, the top 10 engineers are billionaires. But I am so glad those brilliant doctors made that sacrifice, since one of them operated on my son who had a congenital heart defect. Money is not the only thing. If we had a better economic system, the most brilliant among us will work on cancer research and global warming. Doctor is God's work. People do it purely out of passion, else they shouldn't, like myself. Please don't compare it to SWE and degrade it. Please get out of blind. Well, not everyone could afford going to medical school, so they end up being engineers.